Who? Specifically
Everyone who's collecting up the notes.
The note collectors.
So Ryan and Lily, right?
Yeah.
For trying to speed things up, because
I thought I already picked up Lou.
That's a T.
I know.
He meant to do that.
19.
18.
All right. As you guys are collecting the notes, you all notice a very cleaner looking note.
To Jack Jabungo.
It says
From
to it says from Lou to the real Wyoming.
I take that if I'm not already holding it.
All right.
And I'm gonna read it.
Out loud?
Or private.
Sure. I'll read it privately first.
All right.
In your head.
I will then write it out, and I will send it to you at the end of the session.
Okay.
I will, however, give you
Keeping that one.
I will, however, give you the clip notes in a DM. So, if you do want to share some information with the party,
Okay.
What time is it?
In
game?
A couple hours, yeah.
In game.
I look at the clock tower. What time is it?
it's about 6 o'clock.
We should be making good time if we head back now. So,
I mean, we can get some travel time in today.
yeah. All right. Is everybody after collecting notes coming back? Ryan, Lily, Wyoming.
Yeah. I guess I already put Lou in the truck.
All right. Well, let's head on out. I say, hey, Austin, we're good. Let's slam the truck. Boom, boom. Let's get going. I go shotgun this time. Woo! Because, I'm the one with
I like how Jack just held a memorial and he's over here being like, yee hee hee, all happy and shit.
Hey, you gotta move on. If you're always depressed, you'll never be happy.
Well, this is the second town we've witnessed being wiped out.
Hey, come on, the first one was only kind of wiped out.
It was mostly wiped out.
We had one survive. Wait, I think
bunch
this
of
is
We had a
survivors.
bunch of survivors. They were just locked up in the town hall.
And then we let the mayor get taken by the tall man.
Yeah.
Speaking of the tall man, we haven't seen him in a while. Maybe he's the one
That's
that
a
did
good
this and
thing.
blamed it all on that guy.
I'm sure he's busy.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah.
blame the entire thing on him.
Han, it was
Yeah.
the tall man all along.
The tall man killed off this entire town.
All right, so let's get driving, Strider. Let's hit the road.
On the road.
On the road to Viridian City.
Oh no.
Shut up. You know it's good music.
Alone the way.
Strider, we're going to Viridian City.
Yeah, let's go to Viridian
Yes,
City.
give me a moment.
We need to fight the gym leaders.
Yeah,
We need
but
to fight Giovanni.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we need to go to Pewter City first because apparently Giovanni's too busy.
It's too busy running Team Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers.
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 No spoilers.
That's literally a 2-decade-old game.
It's good. I'm sure there's somebody.
Spoilers!
Somebody listens to this isn't gonna know that, and you just ruined
Yeah.
it for them.
Yeah. Sure, let's go with that. Yeah.
I'm sorry, faithful listener.
All right, 3 simple clip notes I'm sending to you, Necro.
Alright.
So I don't think I know what everybody else did in their week off. What'd you guys do?
I already
I
told
know
you.
Lucas had a fight. I know Lily had her stuff. I forget, did Ryan say what he did?
He stealthed.
Oh, yeah. Ryan did.
Right.
I was Frantically making
sweaty.
an excuse. Training. I was training. That's what I was doing in my
Oh.
specialty.
Bao narrows her eyes at him, but doesn't say
Speaking of-
anything.
Speaking of which, did any of you have any weird altercations that
Altercations?
involved falling asleep at random?
Well, I mean, this one time when I was in Longma school, I did fall asleep.
I
and
mean,
have my...
recently.
Oh, well, this one time in Longma school, I fell asleep in my mashed potatoes.
Ryan Slapjack.
Non-lethal
For being an
damage,
idiot.
roll it. Non-lethal damage, roll it. Unarmed strike.
Not happening. I just go over and clonk you on the head.
Ow.
Roll by it. It's more effective.
Mauled by a tiger.
Whatever. Anyway,
So,
so I look seriously at Lily and I go, no, not really.
I look at Bao and kind of shake my head a little bit.
Although, I did have this one weird
Did I
dream,
notice that?
but it's not really anything important.
What dream?
I can't really remember. It was a couple days ago, but it was like, I think we were in like the guild hall, and then like something happened. I think there were like noises, loud noises. I can't remember. Something like that. I think I was trying to shoot someone.
I'm sure Jack dreams about that a lot.
You know it.
Oh,
So,
I don't know.
the letter to me says that there's a traitor among the councilmen by the name of Mikhail, and that's who is pretending to be me.
Mikhail?
Mikhail, like MC Kale or the Kale?
Mikael.
Oh, Mikhail.
Isn't that the
Sure.
councilman who
We
was
do
supposedly
know
dead?
him.
I forget which one is he?
He's the one who was supposed to have died, right?
Wyoming, open your notes. It's got to be in there.
Kyle,
I don't have anything on him, Mikhail.
I
I
know.
believe,
I know he was
I
mentioned.
do believe, Flag. Someone did mention that Mikhail
Edward.
was the
Edward
only
was like-
councilman who was never found. Like the others were found, but Mikhail wasn't.
Edward
Oh, yeah.
was like, "Is Mikhail here?" And we just didn't even know who that was.
Well, yeah, I think someone mentioned that they're pretty sure he's dead. I forget if it was one of us or one of the NPCs.
It wasn't me. I don't
Probably
know.
one of
the
the
guy.
NPCs, because I do remember Edward saying that Mikhail was the only one that wasn't found.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he continued to tell us that they thought that he was dead or anything, but I do remember that conversation. We have heard his name before.
Strange that no one else but Edward mentioned Mikhail.
Yeah.
Edward's a traitor too. Inquisition time.
Anyway, so
And everyone who knows Edward is also a traitor, and everybody.
All right, Austin, put the pedal to the metal and let's get going. Vroom, vroom, man.
Austin, you haven't said a word since we got back.
Yeah.
Oh, his head falls off. He's dead.
Okay, Lily
I'll
takes.
drive.
No, he's like.
No, I'll drive. I'm already in the path.
He just looks back. Oh, you got a little extra luggage. Looking at the unresponsive Lou. Well,
Ask no
I ain't
questions.
complaining. I'm just here to drive you all the way back after doing this mission. So, strap him in and strap yourselves in.
I strap him in.
Don't let anyone tell you don't do your job well.
Let's get going, little doggy. As I slide my top half out of the window
You
and
strap
just like
yourself
twirl my
in,
hoof around.
begins driving.
And if we hit a Zergling, just keep going. Like those
Looks
guys.
like some poor feller dog.
Alright. So,
On our way to Huoshan City.
Immediately after we leave the city, thump thump, run over some predators.
No, Austin's trying to show off. He's just doing the entire going and coming and going, but he's just in reverse. He's not even going forward. He's in reverse, going the entire way back. Oh, so Michael.
It's Mikhail.
It's
Mikhail.
Mikhail.
Anyway, after a couple days of
Kill
traveling, you're just it's just a normal day. Nothing's going on.
Singing traveling
Also,
songs.
Suddenly,
I'm going to need everyone to make a perception.
woo! I've been rolling high on perceptions. 31, boys.
I never roll high.
Hey, I rolled a 2.
At least
Wait,
get
I actually rolled the wrong
Wyoming
number,
crit.
but it doesn't
7.
matter.
Oh yeah, Wyoming crit too, and I actually got one more than him without a crit. Nice.
I would have had 19, but that doesn't matter because almost everyone else rolled higher anyway.
I rolled a 2 and it's still higher than Bow's.
Well, mine would have been 19, but because
Right.
I used the wrong modifier.
Oh, alright.
Lily got a 7.
I would have a 31 if I had full ranks.
All right, so you guys are traveling along. All of a sudden, you notice that just everything just seems to freeze. Like the entire world has just been put on pause.
Does Lily notice, or is she just still sitting around?
You're all aware of what's going on.
So we didn't freeze. Did Austin freeze?
Yes, he is frozen.
So
You
the
are
car's frozen.
frozen. Everything looks around you. Everything looks like time has stopped.
We just went from 51 to 0. Do we all fly out the front of the car?
Oh yes, does inertia happen?
Or is the world frozen with a blur? Are we just seeing the
Basically,
motion
it's like everything has just like stopped, but you're still you're fine.
We were
But
wearing-
everything
yes.
around
We're
Oh
wearing our
yes, one
seatbelts.
forward. Good thing
You
we're
are-
wearing our
Yeah,
seatbelts.
exactly.
Is
Which aren't stretchy anymore because they're frozen as well. We can't get out. Ah,
is Leo frozen?
we're all stuck.
Blue is frozen, but you guys can move. You guys can still do things.
Can we unbuckle our seatbelts?
Wait, hold on.
I mean, you can.
Wait, I just noticed. I didn't get my bonus isn't 12, it's 11. Shit. So we
well-
tied, Wyoming.
And
Now that makes sense, because otherwise, yeah, you'd have to have this in the
Yeah. So I was one off, but still, I got close.
then
Hellos?
in the middle of the vehicle, a gate opens.
How big is this car again?
It's like between the seats.
It's
There's just a big hole.
It's big enough for one person to come in and out.
Somebody guard Lou.
I wasn't paying
I
attention.
put myself
If that's
directly in front
what-
of Lou.
If that's what I think it is,
Lou's
don't
in the
want
trunk.
that.
Can I poke a stick into that hole?
Where do you
Don't.
keep getting these
No.
sticks?
Don't,
Bow takes the stick away.
Don't do it. Don't
don't
do
do
it.
any of that.
Anyways. So it remains open for a couple more minutes, and then
He tells us not to enter.
So I didn't hear it. So can we move while we're paused, or are we just looking?
Yes.
you can
Yes,
move.
we can move.
However,
All right.
someone is coming through.
I position myself directly in front of Lou.
I unbuckle my seatbelt.
I also do that.
Out walks a tall humanoid. He has
Which
an
one?
Egyptian motif similar to
Damn
the
it.
crawling chaos. However, his entire outfit is in this crimson red armor.
Oh.
Lily, Lily,
No?
you recognize this person from over the week.
Who is it?
Is this
Lily, if you would like to explain.
This is an acquaintance.
A good acquaintance?
Presumably. At least, as far as he's said.
I wave at him
Who
then.
is he?
You call yourself the Crimson King, correct?
The figure silently nods.
Yes. Supposedly, he's one of the champions, the original ones.
That we're supposed to find the key?
No, the ones who made the key.
Oh, okay. Oops.
I'll act if anyone wants to make a knowledge history, they may.
I do.
It's not going to be very high, but I will.
Wait, I don't have it, so
Nothing.
never mind.
Neither.
I definitely have it.
Would the Red King be
Do knowledge folklore. Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense.
would Strider, would the Red King have made the key in Like I'm trying to say, like,
First
did
off,
each champion what?
It's the Crimson King.
first off, it's the Crimson King.
Alright, so did every champion that made the key do like each of the 6 places, you know, like Rain, Prairie,
Well,
Huoshan? Is it like that?
First off, you don't know. Unless
That's
you
what
want
they're
to make a
rolling
knowledge
for.
history.
Well,
That's
I
literally
was
what
trying
I'm
to
rolling
see
for.
if I knew it from knowledge local, because I was trying to see if, you know, Crimson, Lava, maybe he made it in
Just because
Huoshan, maybe we
something's
never
red
got it in
doesn't
Huoshan.
mean...
No.
Knowledge history.
Look,
You can come to that.
knowledge, you would only be able to get this information off of knowledge history.
You can come to this conclusion on your own.
But guys, it's red.
Anyways, but
Like Waffle,
Wyoming.
Waffle,
Wyoming.
red all the time.
Yes.
Wyoming. So, with your knowledge, you know that during the first Predator War, when Shangri-La became the Devourer and created the Predators. Give me a moment. My phone is about to die, actually.
We barely
You
hear
mean
your
it's
phone.
about to die?
I think my
No.
phone's also about to die.
Oh, I just barely even read the title of this song. It's The Chord of the Crimson King.
Spoilers. I mean, copyright.
Oh, well, it's just a thingy.
No, now everybody can hear it.
No, they can't. They have to look
Okay,
at
so
Yeah, but that's...
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Hello?
you muted yourself.
Hello.
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 There
I
we
muted
go.
myself.
Yes.
Alright, so Wyoming, with your knowledge, you know that during the first Predator War, Faust had arrived with 6 original champions. One of them was, in fact, was a humanoid known as the Crimson King. He commanded beasts of fire and metal.
Red, you were right, Jack.
You mean metal? With the long horn thing, hand position.
No. It's called devil horns.
Shut up, you.
But yes, the Crimson King is, in fact, one of Faust's 6 original champions. Which makes him about, I don't know, 1,000 years old?
He looks good for his age. Wait,
What is
Yeah,
he doing
he
here?
must
does he?
He must moisturize a lot. Dove, L'Oreal,
God damn
other
it.
things.
he's worth it.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Anyways,
I start to ask Lily what he's doing here, but then I turn to the Crimson King and ask, "What are you doing here?"
after a moment of silence, he speaks up. I sensed lingering traces of the crawling chaos.
Ryan looks over at Lou and then looks back at the Crimson King. So what?
I am merely just investigating these traces. It seems that Nyarlathotep is not here.
I want to ask the Crimson King, do you sense any traces on us? Any of us?
On you and on your captive.
But not on me.
You all reek of his evil.
Well, I mean, we did accept his.
I think we've
kill.
established that.
Crimson King doesn't know that, or actually, I guess he does because he sensed it. But the viewer doesn't know that, right, viewer?
Shoutouts to Arum.
He's just looking around at all of you. It seems I was mistaken. However, something is not right about this.
I mean, probably isn't.
He walks up. He walks up towards Lou.
What are you doing?
He just grabs him and just looks into his eyes. He's like, I see. This one is still controlled.
Yeah? What are you gonna do about it?
Can
He's
you
going-
uncontrol him?
You just see him just continue to look at his eyes, and then all of a sudden just pink, like bright, just these bright beams just come from the Crimson King's eyes and just strikes Lou.
You aren't trying to kill him, right?
I'm gonna lunge at him.
What happened?
The king picked up Lou, looked him in the eye, and then there were some lights, and now Wyoming is lunging at him.
All right, what are you gonna try and do?
Pull him away?
I help
Okay.
Wyoming.
So you're making a grapple check to pull him away, correct?
Okay. Sure.
All right.
Now Wyoming. I'm hoping Wyoming's CMB is much better than mine.
Plus 50.
Yes, plus 50.
With a swift action, I can get it to plus 17.
Actually, would Lily pull him away? I'm gonna go with yeah.
All right. Well, between Brox and Wyoming, they pull him away. He just pull him away, and he just steps back and stands upright.
What are you doing?
I am curing him.
That looks like killing, not curing.
Is it going to be fatal? You need to explain these before you go to act.
Yes. I forget how cautious your kind is. I have grown accustomed to certain methods that I forget but they are not acceptable in this world. Your friend is very clearly past the point of insanity. Everything he may have said, everything he may have spoken, it could either be fragmented memories of the truth, or complete fabrications made by the crawling chaos. If
I'm
you
not-
will permit me, I can remove what connection Nyarlathotep has to him
And
cure him of his madness.
he'll, well, survive. I assume.
He will survive, however, any sins he has committed will be, well,
His to bear.
he will
Oh.
fully realize them.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm gonna let him go.
I also let him go.
So,
He adjusts his he adjusts his cape and he returns to just casting the beam.
okay. I guess tell me when he finishes.
If you have a question, you may speak it, he says, still doing this.
So, you can cure people of their madness, right? Specifically, Nyarlathotep's madness and things related to it.
I have been a sworn enemy of Nyarlathotep since my very conception.
So, if...
I have studied and learned his magics, and I have found a way to counteract anything he can do.
So, if I were to tell you that we have someone who needs curing of madness from the... I don't know, just for example, Necronomicon? Could you do it?
You see him immediately stop his beam, and he just turns around and looks at you. The Necronomicon is here.
Yes.
This is a problem. Well, it is a good thing that she has finally decided to act.
The Queen?
Now, you know who I mean when I say she.
Oh, Leander?
Very much believe I do.
He returns to casting it. After a couple more seconds, he finally finishes. There. When I resume time, the effects of my spell will take hold. All he will need is rest, though. The next step to curing his madness will be up to him.
Ryan thinks for a minute. Wait, can you cure Samson?
I cannot.
But you said you can counteract whatever Nyarlathotep does.
Samson is different. Samson was broken by the crawling chaos, however. His methods of learning, his broken brilliance, as he would refer to it as, was forged by the hands of the observers. That is not something I can easily rectify. However, To cure Samson of his madness would be to strip him of his very power.
Hmm.
Well, life needs a little madness every once in a while.
I'll have to remember that.
Question for Lily. How do you know him?
How?
The Crimson King immediately interjects. She and I, we have a business relationship. I have seen her crafting ability and I've taken her under my wing. I will need allies for the coming battles, and she was the first who I took note of her abilities.
Well, just know if you ever need a gun, twirl the revolver in my hoof. Somehow twirl it, and I go, you can always count on me.
Well, it's not a handgun, it's a hoof gun.
Sure, it's a revolver.
Which is a type of handgun.
It's a type of hoof gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's no, it's mouth gun.
It's a mouth gun.
Full
Mouth
mag.
gun.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's like little mag.
Use my snack tongue.
The
got
Crimson
a
King
mouth
will
bit.
stand up, and he turns to Lily. You will find me again. I will be appearing in Huoshan very soon. If the Necronomicon is here. And I will have to make myself an ally with your guild.
Well, more specifically, the Necronomicon was last seen in the possession of Samson.
I see. And he is currently in the Dreamlands,
Hey, that's where I was.
saving your flag, as you were to call it.
That is what we last heard.
Well, I have gazed into their mission, and it was a resounding success, however.
They're finished already?
The Dreamlands, remember? Time goes much faster. However, they must be trapped, correct? Somewhere.
They are currently fighting their way out of the plateau. Nyarlathotep has seen to it that the men of Lang kill any intruders, regardless of affiliation.
I wonder if that has anything to do with the men of Lang appearing in the desert. Or was it the desert? Somewhere
Yeah, it
else.
was the desert. Or for our next mission, the desert. I don't. Are you referring to some other time?
No, we're referring to that.
Paprika said that she fought some men of Lang.
Oh, yeah, that was the desert. In Menace, I think.
Yeah. Mhm. He continues. Nyarlathotep. If I were to give some insight on his actions, he is regaining his strength. He has been incapacitated for 8,000 years, but only recently has he escaped from his confines.
Who could trap Nyarlathotep?
Myself and the other kings battled him 8,000 years ago. With the help of the Lord of Hell, Asmodeus, we were able to seal him away. However, no prison can hold him forever. and he has only recently escaped.
Why would he let us live? We came face to face with him.
To that, I do not understand. His methods, his actions, they are known only to him. However, I know that everything he is doing here is an attempt to regain his powers.
Can I ask the Crimson King who the others just like him are? Like I'm assuming the other kings, because you said kings plural. Assuming there are more.
He pauses and he goes, "You will not have to worry about them. They play no role in this world. Only I, through my affiliations with the Crawling Chaos and the Observers, and with Faust, only I am the only king of the Abyss who can aid in the battles of this world. The other kings probably do not even know what is going on. They are unaware. They are unaware that this world even exists."
So, you said that, this is all a ploy to regain his power. How does he go about gaining power normally?
The way any god does, by gaining followers.
Twitter.
And why would he focus so specifically on one world?
Why would he choose this world?
Yeah, what do we have that he wants?
Couldn't he just spread through all worlds to gain a little
You
bit of
have-
followers in each?
You have power. This world has remnants of Faust's power. That is quite great. A power that can change and reshape reality to a whim. A power that only normally exists in the dreamlands. Nyarlathotep seeks that power.
I see.
Who here has that power? Oh, not here, but where is this power?
I believe I know where that would be.
Are you referring to predators?
No. Not exactly. Where would the Prophet's powers be most concentrated?
I'm watching TV.
The hold.
The lock she built, yes.
He
And
wants.
the key that goes to that lock.
Ryan thinks for a minute and realizes a being of great power is in the hold.
Can I ask the Crimson King if he can do anything about Ilos? Like, take away that power that he said that Nyarlathotep gave him.
He pauses for a moment.
You know, the stand, the JoJo stand. It's invisible and totally OP.
I could. But
Oh,
That is not how the play dictates how it should go.
the play?
You remember Nyarlathotep
Yeah.
also referred to your roles as
Oh,
major roles in the play.
I was just
Right,
about to
right,
say that in
right.
character.
Okay,
So I still
forgot.
do. Yeah, Nyarlathotep mentioned in the play too.
All
How we
right.
have pivotal roles in it.
Oh, and I guess I did have that one dream where we were all like kind of like puppets and had strings
If
on us.
it's what?
What?
Yeah, I kind of saw us as like puppets this one time, and well, not really. We had strings attached to us, and it was like in the sky there were these giant hands that were kind of like playing us as a play. It kind of just reminded me of that.
Just us?
Ryan puts
No,
it.
no. It was everyone. Every living thing had a string attached to it. Us, predators, everybody we know, all that. Everyone had a string.
Everyone?
Yeah. Well, uh, well,
Well,
uh, well. The thing is that yes, even Zuga has one. Shut up. The thing is that near the end of it, I saw a flag, and he didn't have a string at all.
turns to the Crimson King. Well, does this have any importance?
This was just a dream you had?
Of sorts.
It is dangerous for people to be aware. But I cannot explain it in a way that won't distort your concepts of reality. I will explain it like this. Every being has a role to play. Some more important than others. And we must play our roles. Someone who does not have strings attached to them. They are either one of two people. Either they are unaffected, or they are the puppet master. Let me rephrase that. They are unaffected by the puppet master and may move freely, or they are the puppet master.
And is there any way to break these strings?
Yeah, in my dream, whenever someone died, the string ran away. It got cut and shattered.
So it's like fate.
The Crimson King nods.
Any other way?
Ryan is thinking about all of this and puts something together. Is Nyarlathotep after the Devourer and its power?
He could be. Shangri-La is a powerful god. He represents the opposite of Faust's power. Where Faust's power is creation, Shangri-La's power is destruction.
Can Nyarlathotep take the Devourer in a god fight of sorts, I guess you could call it?
As he is now, I am unsure. He is strong, but 8,000 years of imprisonment has weakened even him. However, with every day that passes, he regains his power. It will only be a matter of time before he is able to take Shangri-La.
I'm more worried about being controlled.
We are all controlled. Even I have strings.
Even him?
And I must. Him?
And as in the Crimson King, yeah.
No,
I
the
think Nyarlathotep.
not yes, the
Does
chaos god.
Nyarlathotep have strings?
Strider, I forget. Did I see Nyarlathotep? No, I think I saw Ilos with the string. Did I see Nyarlathotep in my vision thing at all?
No, you didn't.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it is.
The Crimson King simply says, "Well, every play needs a villain, doesn't it?" That is enough speaking.
Suppose.
You must return to Huoshan, and I have much planning to do. Know this. My return signals many things. Soon the other 6 original champions will awaken from their slumber. Brought back to life by Faust's little remaining power. What happens after that, I am unsure. Now, you should probably get back in your seats. Time will resume shortly.
I was gonna say that, just in case you were planning on leaving in a hurry.
That buckles a seatbelt.
Same.
Ryan
So
puts Lou back in a seatbelt.
Alright, we all get in the seatbelts?
Lucas gets back in his car seat.
I never climbed out of my seat, so yay.
Anyways, the last thing I will tell you. Do not concern yourself about the Puppet Master. He is someone that cannot be fought. And then time resumes. And he's just suddenly gone. And the vehicle continues moving.
Everybody gets whiplash.
You get vertigo too.
Well, now that happened,
That was certainly enlightening, because remember, the motor's loud.
Vroom.
Vroom, vroom.
Ryan sits in silence for the rest of the journey.
well, there's someone I would like you all to meet when we get back.
Another person? Or another ungulate?
Is this another ancient friend?
Yeah. Not ancient.
I'll be back, or maybe not.
Anyway,
I don't know.
Ryan's
the
stealth.
rest of the trip is uneventful. And you arrive back in Huoshan.
I'll be right back.
Huoshan.
Oh dang, I forgot to grab some souvenir for Zuga.
As you go... Oh, you didn't get any souvenirs. Oh. There was one survivor in the gift shop, but you never saw him.
No, you said there weren't any.
Anyway, as you go to pick up Lou, you notice that he is unconscious and sleeping soundly.
Who's picking him up anyway? Ryan? Or Wyoming?
I assumed Wyoming was dealing with him mostly.
Okay, so Wyoming. Alright. So Wyoming, you got Lou on your back. You're sleeping like a babu. So I'm gonna ask, so who do we take him to first? Ryan said Palm. I think authorities.
I think we should bring him to Han. Like we were told.
I think we
Okay,
should.
sorry, I had
Oh yeah,
to.
he's already cured. What am I thinking? We don't need Palm anymore. Screw Ryan.
So what happened? Sorry, I had to do something for a second.
We're just thinking of who to.
Where to
We were
go
thinking of-
first?
Yeah. But forgot that he's already cured, so we don't need Palm. So screw Ryan's suggestion.
He's not cured. He just don't have Nyarla in his head anymore.
He's cured
so.
of his madness.
You might just
Aside-
need.
Do you want? Nah, that's probably not a good idea.
You could probably hide him out in my house if you want.
Yes, at Jack's house. Much better idea.
No.
No one's been there yet, other than me.
No, we gotta show him to Han.
Yeah, take him to Han.
But then again, he might just need a quiet place to actually recover and think about what he's done. Since he's cured, he might not need authority breathing down his neck.
As far as I'm concerned, he's been charmed. His actions were not his own.
And he was tricked into doing that. But then again, he did start murdering by himself. So
He was murdering while under the influence of Nyarlathotep.
Yes, like the king says, he
take him to Han.
wasn't
Let him
capable.
decide.
So, are we taking him to Han or what?
Yeah, better take
It
him now
depends.
than after. Then otherwise they may think he was trying to hide.
We
Do
can
you want-
explain the situation to Han and see what happens. That'd probably be the best idea.
No.
You're
Take
Do
probably
you
right.
want to tell him the whole truth, or
We
simply tell
what-
him the situation but not the whereabouts?
We can
we tell him
exclude the Crimson King a bit.
Well, the Crimson King is apparently going to show up soon, anyway.
Yeah. We can just tell him that he did his thingy and didn't tell us a bunch of information.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Han it is. All right.
Sounds like a good idea.
Let's go. We're taking him to Han, Strider.
Not
You all-
entirely sure, but if you want.
Han is in there, looks up. Ah, you returned. Is that? Who is that?
This is Leo.
I see. So you've managed to bring back a deserter. Good work. And how is the village?
Dead. All of them.
I see. Do you know what happened?
We do, in fact, know what happened.
Well,
The Black Prophet happened. The Black Pharaoh happened.
Leo had been writing letters to someone he thought was me. And it was actually... How do you pronounce his name again?
Mikhail.
Mikhail.
It was actually Mikhail pretending to be me to obtain secrets about Huoshan. I don't know how he found them out himself.
I see. Please give me these notes.
Oh, can we assume I studied the notes over the next week? The last
Yes.
week?
So
Okay.
I will give you all of this. I'll write out the important secrets.
Okay.
Because among them, there was just a lot of just like, oh yeah, you know this shit.
That's true.
There's a tree wizard in an alleyway in Huoshan.
Damn it.
Wow.
He's
Lily
secretly
still has
actually
them.
the ruler.
Come to find out, Tree Wizard was the puppet master this whole time. He didn't always give you the item you wanted, but he always gave you the item you needed.
Anyways, do you hand him the notes?
Yeah.
There is one letter that was addressed to the real me. I'd like to keep it, but you can read it. It's how
Yes.
I knew who they were really
I
sent
would-
to.
I would like to have it. I would like to read up to study these notes.
Okay, you can have it. I give it to him, but I do still want it back.
He looks at you, Wildman. Understand that even though you say that this person is not you, we may still need to detain you for questioning. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Come on, the handwriting's not even remotely the same.
It's clearly the handwriting of a chaos god.
As it may.
I mean, how long will it take?
83 years.
It could take any number of weeks. However, once we will get as many people on these notes as we can, and
I mean, how long will you need to hold me?
well, you won't be officially charged with any crime unless there is proof that you are involved in these trading of secrets. I am fairly certain you have nothing to do with this, so a mere day or two of questioning and you'll be free to go.
That's about what I expected. I didn't think it would take long, so yeah, that's not really a big deal.
He just looks at him. Until then, you'll be put on your team will be put on standby. You will not be accepting any missions until we know how to progress forward.
That's just questioning me, or until you go over all the notes.
That is going over the notes enough to formulate a plan.
Okay, so
If we
when
can
we
find
already
any...
talked about the desert,
What was that?
what about the one that was already assigned to us to go to the desert?
I've already assigned another team to that, so you don't have to worry about it.
We're still willing. If after this training is done, the mission is not finished.
Yes. If the mission in the desert is still active after all of this has been taken care of, we will send. However, until then, you will be put on standby. At least 2 days. That should be more than enough for us to establish a trail leading to Mikhail.
Okay.
However, you have all done an excellent job, so allow me to reward you. He walks into a room, and after a couple moments, comes out with some bags of gold. You all each receive 2,500. Did you hear that?
Ooh,
Yes.
my hot pocket's done. Gotta
Yeah.
get my hot pocket.
Cool.
That will be all for now.
Is there anything we should do in these 2 days?
Remain in Huoshan. That is all I can really say.
The territory or
The city.
I forgot.
Say your house is just outside though. Like, is that an exception?
So I cannot return home.
If you need to, if your house is outside of Huoshan, you may go, but you will be escorted by 2 higher ranked hunters. Please understand that this is all a mere precaution.
Alright, guess we'll take it easy for 2 days then. Nothing
That
strenuous.
will be all. As you are dismissed. As you're all leaving, he looks up. Jack,
Yes.
your match is coming up soon.
That's why I said fuck a couple seconds ago.
Yes.
I realized 2 weeks. That's even less time. Shit. But in character, I'm like, yeah.
It's about 3 more days until the event.
So silently, Jack kind of looks a little more down and to the side and kind of grinds his teeth in his mouth. And
Don't worry.
So,
I know Dallas. I do not believe he will. He'll only kill you if you have truly wronged him.
So, I have a question. Do you have another hunter lined up to replace him?
I just kind of look at Lily, shocked, mouth open, eyebrows raised.
I think everybody was looking at her in shock.
I'm kidding.
I was gonna be like,
Lily was like, guys, it's just a prank.
It's just a break, bro. It's just a break, bro.
I'm kidding, but really, do you?
I do not want to think about that right now. In fact, I would rather have Jack win than Dallas.
That seems to be the natural conclusion.
I'm gonna need a miracle or some really good equipment.
Well, you have a lot of people on your side, Jack.
I would make really good equipment, but 3 days is a little hard to do that, and
Nah, it's fine. I'll.
Did she craft it all on the way back?
Yeah. What did you do in that week?
that's true. Quick, give me
We'll
something
get
to
to
craft.
Saucy
I told you about them.
We'll get to those answers and more next time on Huoshan Hunters Guild. That's all, folks.
That's da 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 da